Okay. Um, I just posted a video about helping out this homeless lady, so I thought I would just tell the story. This morning, I was taking my daughter to school, and right outside the neighborhood is this massively long street called Massachusetts. Okay. And as I'm taking her to school, I noticed this old lady carrying this like roll along luggage thing, and she looks like she's dying. She just, she's old, it's hot, it's Florida, burning up. But I'm taking my daughter to school, right? So I take my daughter to school and I start coming back. And the lady had barely moved down the street. I mean, the street's like 5 miles long, it's forever, you know. And this lady looks like she's about to die, you know. So I stopped. I had to stop. And I said, "Well, you need some help." And she said, "Yes." She was more than welcome to help, to receive help. So I grab her suitcase, and it's massive, massively heavy. I guess she's got all her belongings in there or whatever. So I said, "Where you want to go? A homeless shelter?" And she said that the fire department down the street told her there was a homeless camp up here in the woods right across from the cemetery where I did the video the other day. It's like straight across. And I never seen it because these dudes are back there. So we drive back there. There's a road going back there. And sure enough, there's a bunch of tents with homeless people. And so we're walking out. I'm dragging her suitcase. And we were asking, if she could stay there in this homeless encampment or whatever. And they said, "Well, you got to talk to the owner of the property." And nobody knew how to get in touch with him. They're all homeless. They don't have phones and stuff like that. So they said, "Try next door at this reservoir." So that's where I shot the video with the fence, where she's talking to the dude through the fence, and I'm there recording. They didn't know I was recording them. Um, and he said that he just bought the property, but the guy next door still owned part of it, and we had to get in touch with him. So we said, "Where's he at?" And they're like, "He's down at the store." So we go down to the store. I asked the guy; he's supposed to work at the store, even though he's homeless. So I asked the dude, "Is Brian there or Ryan or whatever his name?" And they're like, "No, he works here." I said, "Well, does he know of a homeless encampment or whatever?" As soon as I said that, the manager was like, "No, no, 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 nothing like that." So I walk out, and there's a rough looking dude sitting out there with tattoos on his face who looked homeless. And I said, "Do you know of any homeless places, shelters, someone can go?" And he thought he knew, but he's like, "I'm new in town, and I don't really know." So as I'm talking to that dude, a lady who was driving a cab said, "Hey, hey, I know of a homeless place, a homeless shelter close by called Heavenly something. I don't know. I forgot what it's called." So I get back in the car and I say, "Hey, the lady said there's a homeless shelter around here named this or that." And the homeless lady said she didn't want to go to the homeless shelter because she's been at homeless shelters before and bad things have happened to her. So she's not comfortable going to homeless shelters. So I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, if we get you a tent and stuff, would you like to go back and stay someplace out of sight near that homeless camp? Because nobody will probably mess with her, right?" So she said yes. So I took her to Walmart, got her a tent, uh, and we left. And I took her right up next to where that homeless encampment was, but far enough away to where we couldn't see them, where she was out of the way, but still back in the woods. So I set the tent up for her, and got her situated and everything. And I told her I loved her, and I understood what she was going through. Um, So I went home, got a sleeping bag and a pillow, some food, some water. And I took it back and gave it to her. I told her if anybody fucked with her, to tell her that Brian said that she could stay there. So nobody fucks with her. And so I held her hand. I told her I loved her. And, I got it. What she was going through. It's bad enough fighting addiction problems and alcoholism. When you're my age, it's fucking hard enough. But this lady's like old. She's like 60, you know. So I couldn't imagine. And so I held her hand for a minute. I told her I loved her. And I thought I'd come back and visit. And she said, I wish you could stay. I said, well, I gotta pick my kids up, I can't hang out here with you. I didn't say that, but I said, I can't, but, I'll see you some other time. She, right on the outskirts of the neighborhood or whatever. So that's the story. And, just the message is to help people, If you see old ladies walking down the road dying, maybe help them, that's all.